Embrace Life with Renee is back with Dr. Kristen Herbst from Lord's Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. And before the break, I mentioned female athlete triad syndrome. Can you please tell me what that is?
That's something that we find in female athletes, and it's 3 disorders that are combined to become the female athlete triad. And that includes disordered eating, amenorrhea or loss of their menstrual cycles, and osteoporosis. So disordered eating doesn't necessarily need to be specifically anorexia or bulimia in the terms that we think of them in the medical community. And it could be things like taking diet pills. It could be things like restricting calories. It's disordered eating in general.
So diuretics maybe?
Yes, absolutely. That could become part of it too.
And you talked a little bit about the nutrition, the nutritional concerns. Can you talk to me a little bit about why that's important for us to consider?
Sure. So when it comes to nutrition, obviously you need the right amount of calories to take in order to perform at your optimum level. So it's, things like having a balanced diet, but also certain nutrients are more important in the female athlete. Specifically calcium for their bone strength, because we tend to lose that a little bit more than men. Iron is another big nutrient for the female athlete, and just vitamins in general.
So taking supplements is very important.
Yeah, I mean, we like to encourage them to get it through their normal diet and certain foods that are rich in these vitamins.
Is that possible, to be able to eat the right, perfect balance of nutrients so that you don't have to take supplements? Is that possible?
It is possible. It's hard, but if you do it the right way, your body actually absorbs it better through natural foods than a lot of the supplements. Sometimes with the supplements, you actually can just excrete it right through your urine, and you're not actually absorbing it. So getting it through your diet is better.
Now, what's the best advice that you can give to somebody who might be sort of recovering from female athlete triad syndrome or some other type of challenge physically?
So in relationship to the female athlete triad, one of the scariest things is the osteoporosis that comes along with it. Athletes will show up with stress fractures, and they think of recovering in that short term from that specific injury. But your peak bone density is developed in your 20s, before you're 20. So if you're already having issues with osteoporosis then, it actually sets you up for future fractures and whatnot. So that's the important thing, is making sure they get healthy as fast as they can so they don't have problems in the future.
And what would be the best way to prevent something like that from happening, the osteoporosis? Is that also the nutrients, and is there another method?
Calcium intake is really the best way, and like I said, having a balanced diet in your younger years when you're building that bone density, that's really when it's most important, because if you start in your 40s and 50s, it's almost too late. At that point, you're just maintaining the bone that you've already developed.
And now, what about the physiological impact of some of these challenges? What happens with other things that happen with the body?
So in general, exercise is actually really beneficial for the body. Obviously, we know that. It does things like decrease your blood pressure, cholesterol, it maintains healthy bones, healthy body weight. And then emotionally, it actually has been proven to decrease depression and anxiety, and also build self-esteem. And that's why we encourage activity in such young athletes.
That's so important. We talk a lot about positivity on this show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we actually had a PhD who said that there is research, Dana Lightman said that there is research that literally proves that exercise and positive activity in your life can decrease those negative feelings and depression. So we're hearing that a lot. So how, if someone was interested in getting in touch with you, would they reach out to you, Dr. Herbst?
So I see patients primarily in Cherry Hill at the Lord's Care Building. Our office number is 856-470-9029. We have a website, Lord's Medical Associates, that you can view all of our physicians. And then I also have my own personal website, which is drkristenherbst.com. And there I have information for patients and just a little bit about specific injury patterns and rehabilitation and whatnot.
Well, thank you so much
Thanks for having
me. To come to Embrace Life with Renee and spend some time talking to Renee.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that we had this opportunity. Thank you to Lord's Health System for supporting Embrace Life with Renai. I am so proud and so honored to have you on board, and many thanks to my guest today, the multi-talented Brene Brown Holman and accomplished Dr. Kristen Herbst. And thank you, my wonderful audience, for taking time out of your day to share this time with me. And remember to hold this in your heart. Each day is a gift of moments meant to be savored and enjoyed. So reach for the stars, dream big, and embrace life.